The reflection and improvement opportunity is just what it sounds. It is a sort of a dry run or a scaled down version or a practice opportunity or a demo, if you will, of the final event. Whatever you just decided was the summative assessment event, this is an event that happens pretty much right before that, maybe 1 or 2 days before that, where each group has a chance to try out what their best product is and get some feedback and get some tips to make it a little bit better before they're done. Because remember, the summative event is final. They will be given feedback and a grade, and we will move on to the next unit. So this is a chance for them to give it a try, see how it's received, answer questions about it, get suggestions, maybe discover any kinks or overlooked details so that they're really, really ready for that final event. But it is also a chance for them to have a structure that asks them, what did you learn in this unit and how did you learn it? And this is very important in empowering them to think in a meta way about their learning, to have metacognition, to think about what am I learning and what is helping me learn and what is not helping me learn. When people can think that way, they become so much more effective in anything that they want to learn. They become their own teachers, basically, because they structure their learning experiences that are in a way that is optimal for them. We cannot be optimal for every single student in every single class, but they can learn to optimize their learning situation for themselves. And so systematically having them reflect and try to improve before the end of each unit also allows them to see their own progress. That's very important. That's as important as any improvements. And it allows them to see what was and was not helpful and meaningful and successful for them in this unit. It is a chance for them to really understand themselves as learners, where they're at, what's working, and maybe what they need to do more of or less of in order to really maximize their success. This is also a time where whatever their reflections are could be really helpful for you as the facilitator of their learning if you can be non-defensive about it, if you can be curious, if you can just look for patterns in the data, if you can not take things personally and just look at what you could learn from their reflections, you will learn a lot. If you take things personally, you probably won't learn anything. In fact, it might go in the other direction. So this is a chance before the big show, whatever that is, for them to consciously reflect on what this has been like for them, and then to look for anything that they could give a little more on, anything that they could try to improve. It's best to provide structured reflection questions. I suggest, what did you learn? How did you learn it? What taught you the most? What was helpful in this unit? And I suggest asking the same reflection questions or offering the same reflection questions for pretty much every reflection opportunity so that it becomes an automatic habit of theirs. They may answer something that's different than what you asked, but they become empowered and skilled in asking those questions every time they have a learning experience. And this is their prep for the big finale.